Alrighty. We getting ready. I hope y'all are ready, because we ready. This is episode 9. It's fit to be lit. Oh, let's roll that intro.
It's anyway, Katana J, now on delay. 7 o'clock Eastern, not a minute late. We innovate, got more drive than the interstate. Now let's debate, sit down and negotiate. En la cocina, en la cocina, en la cocina.
So, this is about to get real interesting because it's episode 9. That's number 1. And it's going to get even more interesting because my poor switcher guy is not here today. So, moment of silence real quick for Paco, the camera guy. Yeah, real quick. We're going to pray for him. Yes, bow our heads. Okay. Now we back on the plan. Hang on. You see, now, with nobody here, I have to do all the work. But nonetheless, we are here. We are live. We are direct. Welcome to La Cocina Podcast. This is episode 9. I'm your girl, Danny Ray, and I am here with my special guest co-host, Adriana Rivera. Some people know her as Tuti, but here she's going to be Adriana today. How about that? Is that cool?
Today, I am Adriana.
Okay, that sounds good. And we also have coming in from the Bronx, New York, rapper Win. Hey. So happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be exciting. I'm telling you that right now. I'm trying to pull up my own live feed here so we can get things going, and I can give some shout outs. Hang on. I know we're gonna hear playback. Okay, no, we're not. We avoided the playback. Okay, let's see who's here on the live. Shout outs to Jimmy. Shout outs to my boy JC. Shout outs to Katana J Immortal, who is tuning in from the ATL.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Lots of love to her. So here's what's going on. Speaking of Katana, because I know some of you guys have reached out and asked me, is she coming back? When's she coming back? So she is actually going to be back for our last episode 10. But it's not our last episode as in last, like we're done, like we're not doing this anymore. It's just, I need a break, guys. I need at least a month to recuperate, to get things together again, and then we're going to be coming back to you in September. But don't go anywhere, because throughout the month of August, even though I'll be off in La Cocina, podcast won't be airing on Sundays. What we're going to do is we're going to create little clips here and there to show y'all some love and get some love back and keep you guys engaged. You know what I'm saying? Right? Am I right with that?
Yes.
Are you guys here? Mm-hmm. Okay. We ready. We ready. I just had to get those things off my chest. So yes, let's go into, you guys know how this works. Every week it's always the same thing. We do a 15 to 20 minutes of trending topics. And we got some really juicy topics, I must say. What do you think, girl?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening right now.
There's a lot to talk about. So first things first, we're going to go into these 3 topics. And Win, are you down to do some trending topics, dude?
Of course.
You always down, right? You ready to spill some tea with us? All right.
Definitely take a sip.
Okay, man. So here's the thing. First things first is rapper Azealia Banks. Everybody takes a pause. Everybody just takes a pause. That's so crazy. So here's the thing. She was invited to go to Wildin' Out. Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. Y'all know how that show goes. And she was not welcomed with open arms. I guess she was expecting a welcoming committee at Wildin' Out. Did she want the red carpet rolled out for her? I'm not too sure.
Nick Cannon don't even get that.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But so I don't know what's going on, but she gets on Wildin' Out. She gets there, and apparently the cast was teasing her, making fun. Imagine that, the cast of Wildin' Out teasing somebody.
I know.
Can you
Who
imagine?
thought?
Yeah, but the cast of Wildin' Out was teasing, and they were telling her that she's ugly, and they were making fun of her skin color. And before long, she starts crying. And now, here's the thing. You guys know that Wildin' Out is pre-recorded, so they already recorded the episode. They're waiting to then release the episode throughout the season, so we're going to have to wait a little bit, but I'm really curious to see what's going to happen on that show. I'm really curious to see her spiral that way.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you got to have tough skin to be on that show.
Yeah.
And
but I thought
think
she
should
had
have
tough
expected
skin.
that. Yeah,
but I
feel like
thought she
should
had
have
tough
expected
skin with the way that she talks on social media. I mean, when?
I mean, Wild 'N Out's been on for a while now. Like, there's no, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, if you don't like your mama being spoken about, then you probably
Exactly.
shouldn't be on Wild 'N Out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I said, Nick Cannon get, like, when he went through that divorce stuff, they were cutting ass on him on that show. That's his show. So I don't know what you expecting. I mean, I think Beyonce is the only one that can go on Wild 'N Out, and everybody just go, like,
And
we're not going
gets
to make fun of Beyonce.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is, hang on, let me throw some lower thirds here so people know who we are. Yeah, there's Danny Ray here. Hang on, there's Win is in the building. You guys gotta follow him. I don't know, man. Azealia, I really need her to get her life. You know, I like her. I think that she's a very talented young woman. I really do. And I think that there's even perhaps a stroke of genius in there waiting to be tapped into. But whoever's on her team, whoever is her manager, fam, y'all gotta really step it up because this girl is out here burning bridges and she's been doing this and just pulverizing her own career at this point.
Yeah, she's definitely known for the comments that she makes and the drama that she starts.
It's all over the place, and it's really, it's sad to see because, you know, I gotta say, when she came out with 212 all those years ago, which I believe was like 2011, 2010, por ahí, like, but it was dope. It was dope, and she's shown a lot of promise, but number one, it's been a matter of low budget visuals, okay, let's just call it like we see it, just and poor attitude, more so than anything. You can get around a bad visual. You can get around even not being the best artist.
Obviously.
But you can't get around being or having a bad attitude, you know, towards people, especially people within the industry that you know, presume, you know, or try to work with. I mean, let's take, for example, she was all up in and all for Nicki Minaj before, you know, just recently, but then Nicki Minaj goes and released the bed video with her dressed up as a mermaid. I don't know if you saw that. And Azalea's like, trolling, just chicken of the sea. I'm like, fam, weren't you just trying to make nice with her? Like, weren't you just trying to collaborate with her? Like, you was calling her a queen, and now she's... Listen.
Trolling's that thing now,
She just
though.
wants the attention however she can get it.
Yeah.
Whether it's positive or negative at this point, I think she just wants it how she wants it.
And it's sad. It's sad because, you know, there's a lot of people with a lot of potential, and if they were to just keep their mouth shut just a little bit longer than they're used to keeping, they'd probably extend the lifespan of their fame by more than 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we want to talk about for today. This is episode 9. This is La Cocina Podcast. I'm your girl, Danny Ray. This is my homegirl, Tuti, the Adriana today. I'm sorry. Tuti's a home name. I can't help it.
At
Bad
this point,
habits die hard.
I don't think anybody's going to know me as Adriana.
But, and then we have special guest rapper Win here from the Bronx, representing with us. And shout outs to V Henny, who is Win's manager. We've been cool for a minute, and it just so happened that today was the perfect day for us to link up. So I appreciate her bringing her artist out here. I appreciate her being here. It's just a lot of love in the room, so I'm feeling that. And but let's go back in because we're not done here yet. Let's talk about Tyrese. Oh Lord, Tyrese. Well, here's the thing. You guys already know, we covered in the last episode that there was going to be Hobbs and Shaw, and they were doing that spin-off off the Fast and the Furious franchise, and it was pretty much going to be Jason, I can never pronounce his name, Statham.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, I pronounced it wrong the last time, and I got ridiculed. So Jason Statham, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and they're going to be doing that spin-off, as you guys already know. Idris Elba signed on, which I think is going to be dope.
Oh, that's going to be fire.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But Tyrese is in the losing corner right now. As some of you may or may not know, he was very vocal on social media discussing matters of The Rock and how he felt about him and how he felt about how he conducted himself on set. And, well, you know, I think it's just best if we just roll the clip and remind everybody where Tyrese was at one time with The Rock. So hang on, let me pull it
starting
up.
beef with The Rock.
No,
At all.
it makes no sense, but you
Swing
know.
for God, then, my nigga. Jesus Christ.
hang on. I'm trying to. You see, with Paco not here, it makes things a little difficult. Hang on.
Found myself being the messenger, okay, on behalf of various people associated to the franchise, but stupid me was the only one that went public about those feelings, which is my own fault. You know, it's not professional. It's not cool. You know.
Do you feel like that he at any point went too far?
You know, I don't really recall anything that he either said directly or subliminally that was ever as big of a deal as the way I was going at him. Which is not cool.
So that was him reconciling. He was trying to reconcile. I just realized last minute that I didn't have the original video of him talking about The Rock when he did that video back in November 2017. He like went off the deep end. Remember his daughter? He wasn't having custody of his daughter. He went and did this viral video of him crying with the ugly face. Y'all remember that, right?
It's not funny. I didn't mean
No,
to
it's
laugh,
not. It's not funny, but it kind of is funny because he acknowledges his own ugly cry in the video.
I'm sorry. He did it himself. He put himself out there. I can't.
Oh my gosh, I can't take it. No, it was crazy because here's the thing, and I love Tyrese, I really do. But Tyrese got caught with his pants down. You know, he was surrounded by people who were talking about The Rock, and not in a very positive way, and he took it upon himself to be the messenger and the advocate on behalf of the franchise, and that's not a good move. That's what branding is for. That's what marketing is for. That's their job, Tyrese. And you know, you acknowledged and you said, you know, I was the only stupid one that got involved. Yeah, because everybody knew. You must have missed the memo to not get involved with stuff that involves the highest grossing paid actor in Hollywood. I'm sorry you missed that memo, my brother, but here it is. Keep quiet, be still, be humble, and you know what I'm saying?
Don't cut yourself off at the feet.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loves The Rock.
Who doesn't love The Rock?
Like, you're bugging. And if you're really boys,
The Rock loves The Rock.
Go talk to your mans in the corner. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
There's big money on the table. It's not The Rock's problem.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody came to The Rock and put the check on the table.
Yes.
What do you expect The Rock to do?
Right.
Nah, I'm good, man.
I got to think about everybody else.
I want to go back to wrestling again. Fuck out of here.
And the thing is, we calm down with the F-bombs.
Oh,
We got children. We got children watching. No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
We all family, but
Sugar.
I'm cool with the, you could do a little shit. You could do a little ass. You could do a damn. But the F-bombs.
I'm just going to refrain from it all.
Oh, you know what?
It
Even
It
better.
just starts slippery slopes.
Even better.
Yeah.
So listen, Tyrese, man, I love you, brother, but that apology came way too late, in my opinion. You know, I would say that if maybe right after that video that you posted of yourself with the ugly crying face, had you come out the very next day and apologized and tried to smooth things over with The Rock, I think that things would have been a lot more productive and beneficial. But because you let it sit and you let it linger, and then you waited until the consequences started rolling in, like, oh, I don't know, you not being able to be casted again or hired for anything else, then you wanted to come and express your feelings of regret. And
too late.
it's too late, my brother. The boat is gone, and you're not on it no more. I see it in the distance. It's Hobbs, it's Shaw, it's The Rock, it's everybody but you, fam.
Even me. I'm now the new Tyrese on Fast and the Furious. So let's look out for that.
Bro, but here's the thing, and it's crazy because I polled the audience and I asked them, you know, do you guys think that Roman Pierce, you know, the character that's played by Tyrese, would be killed off in the upcoming movie that it's going to be, you know, released? So what do you think? Do you think they're gonna keep Tyrese? Do you think they're gonna send him out to?
It looks like the general consensus. Like most people think that this is him, you know,
Shooting himself in the foot.
Yeah, literally, this is him
Cheddar Bob.
messing up the opportunities that he could have had for future, franchise.
It's sad. It's just sad. Here's the thing. This is episode 9, How to Win, and we want to discuss with Win. We want to discuss ways in which you can lose in this industry by doing certain things. Bad mouthing your co-stars and your cast and your crew. Big no-no. Big no-no. Being an internet troll.
Trash.
It's garbage. It's garbage. Speaking of internet trolls, my thoughts and prayers and my positive vibes go out to Tekashi 6ix9ine this afternoon, this evening.
If that's real.
I mean, TMZ reported it.
Yeah.
That's our basis as to what's real and what's not, people.
I didn't see it on BBC, so I still have my doubts.
All right. Well, allegedly, rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine was pistol whipped and kidnapped and robbed. This actually, it was 4:30 a.m. So earlier this morning, he allegedly was finishing up a video shoot of some sort in Brooklyn. You guys in Brooklyn have no soul. I love y'all, but y'all got no soul the way
Respect
you did
to Brooklyn.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I want no problems. Respect to
You know what I'm
Ruby
saying?
Ave. What's up?
Wow, y'all really did him dirty with that. Supposedly, they even, put him in the car, rolled up to the crib, talked to the baby mama like, yo, we need the cash, we need
You
the
ever see
jewelry.
Paid in Full?
Yeah.
They had a template. They were ready to go.
Yeah,
No,
man.
it's not.
The crazy thing is that allegedly he wasn't supposed to walk away from this. Like, he ran out of the car. He took off running. Fam, here, and we were talking about this prior to going on air, were we not? What did you say to me, Adriana? Because you've been too quiet, so you got to tell me what we were talking about prior.
I just feel like, you can't be out there representing yourself as somebody that, like you had said, is untouchable. Somebody that is like, you can't get to me. Like, don't run your mouth and then not expect someone to go out there and, make move on you. Because there are people out there that
Hungry.
yeah, they're not in it to hear the blah blah,
Right.
You can see the difference between someone that's about it and someone that ain't about it. You know what I mean? Like, people, I grew up seeing people that about certain things and they never talk. They just wait to the moment they gotta show up and let you know I'm not the one. You know what I mean? So it's just like, real gangsters don't talk about being gangsters. They do gangster things.
And that's the thing. He's out there. His
They will catch you sleeping.
his
believe
dual
that.
bear looking ass out there.
Oh, my God.
Talking so much stuff, and it's like somebody gonna come at you.
Oh yeah, there's always somebody waiting.
Always.
50 Cent will
You're
tell
in
you
the
that.
public eye. This is something that we've talked about so much over the past few days. Like, you are in the public eye. Someone is gonna see you acting, slipping up, and somebody's gonna do something about it.
Yeah, basically.
I seen a joint. He put up a post. I hate being on that, but I seen it popped up. It was just like, yo, I love telling people to suck my whatever and run behind my security. That'd be mad fun. I'm just like, that's soft. There's nothing cool about that.
No.
Tekashi, we wish you well.
Feel better, man.
But my brother,
Learn jujitsu or something.
please, this
Krav
is a
Maga.
thing. People forget that real life exists outside of social media.
Yes.
There are
Especially in Brooklyn.
real consequences. There's real stuff that's happening, people.
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Jersey.
Everywhere.
There's stuff that's been happening here as well.
Respect to Jersey. I want no
Shout
problems.
outs to Jersey, man. Shout outs to a lot of the Jersey artists this week. Wasn't this week interesting, y'all? This week was an interesting week on a local level, wasn't it? We won't touch that though. We won't touch that, but it was an interesting week to say the least. But here's what we will discuss. I had posted up a status, and I had asked some of you to chime in and talk about things not to do in the industry. So as promised, I do want to read some of these comments. Win, feel free to chime in if you agree with some of this stuff.
For sure.
Adriana as well. So Starlin Lopez said, one of the worst things that you can do in the industry is to burn your bridges simply because you made it to the other side.
100%.
Yeah.
That's because you figure you need a foundation to stand on. You can't get to the top of the building without having that strong, solid foundation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at some point, the new fans you get are going to disappear. They might come back. They might not come back.
Right.
That foundation that you built, those are the ones that got you to the place. So it's your responsibility to make sure you keep them nourished, keep them happy. You know what I mean?
And just because you got there doesn't mean you need that loyalty to propel you
100%.
forward. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
100%.
You're not going to have that if you're there.
Nah.
Okay, I'm here. Thanks, bye.
Yeah. If you want to do it that way, understand there's an expiration date on this. You know what I mean? But if
Right.
you're here for the long haul, you have to play the long game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not about the quick get in, get out. If you're gonna do that way, stack that money and figure out what your next business move is.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
So Henry Febles then writes, you shouldn't depend on anyone for your investments. So we're going over things you should not do in the industry. So he said you shouldn't depend on anyone for your investments. What do you guys think about that one?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's the money part is like such a huge issue when it comes to the whole artistry of everything, and you don't want to depend on something because it becomes a crutch. You know what I mean? And if you don't have it there, then you start using it as an excuse. Well, I can't get this done because I ain't got the bread. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's always a way around certain things until you get to that point. You start showing people what you can do with nothing, and they want to give you something to see what you can do with that. You know what I mean? So
I agree. I'm with that.
giving them
So
gems.
Jalita Floyd from Georgia then said, don't ever think you're the student or the teacher because you are always learning and you are always teaching, and don't bite the hand that fed you. So that was interesting. I thought that was a cool concept, you know,
Interesting way of putting it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you're always the student and you're always the teacher, like simultaneously. You're giving and you're taking, and don't bite the hand that feeds you. I think that's simple enough.
Yeah.
Brian Torres then said, I honestly would not promote my life as much. The less people know, the happier you'll be. And here was the problem I had with that one. Like, I felt like we're in the age of social media. If you're looking to be famous and you're looking to have that clout, as we would say, it's kind of hard, you know, to...
With you, you can't have that. Like, me personally, I can't go out and be like, nah, I don't want you to know about me. Because I'm putting myself... But as far as my connections to, like, certain things, that you should keep... Because you need a connection to reality. Because I can only imagine what it's like for somebody like a Rihanna or a Drake or whatever when they walk into a room and then everybody's just like, oh, they're here. You know what I mean? That must be like an otherworldly thing. So you need something back home to be like, I'm just a regular dude.
This is my thing.
Yeah, you're like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Out there, I'm this, but when I come home, I'm normal. You know what I mean? Give me
That makes sense. That makes sense. Then Isaiah Torres wrote, don't try to be something you're not. Remember, your lane is the only one that you can take.
Yes.
And this falls
I've
under
been
what we were
waiting for
talking
this.
about. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. Go
Yes.
ahead. Take it away.
Authenticity is so important, and it's something that I've been feeling really strongly about this past week. And it's not just coming from me. This is coming from... I've reached out to a few people that are also in the music industry. A buddy of mine out in Atlanta who is doing really well. One of the things he said, you know, be authentic, you know. As a matter of fact, Will Smith did the In My Feelings challenge. I went on the top of some bridge to do the Kiki, Do You Love Me? You know, and it's like, he's like...
Was that the London Bridge?
It was... I think it was in London. It was
Budapest?
definitely in London.
It was in France or it was in London? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was somewhere and it was
He
epic.
did something that normal people can't do.
Yeah, but that's the
100%.
thing. And he said, you know, I was terrified, but I did it because social media demands authenticity,
Right.
you know? And it's not just social media. We're talking about everything in the industry, you know? You have to be different. There's too much of the same going on,
100%. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as soon as something different comes up, it's like, that's dope.
And the audience isn't stupid. You know what I mean? You can't treat them as such. They can smell
Exactly.
the BS. You know what I mean? Like if I came out and was talking about like my pistols and this, that, and the third, I mean, I have a hard enough time convincing people I rap. When they see me, they're like, what do you do? I'm gonna say I rap. And like, oh yeah. Then I get on stage and they come, oh, so you rap? All right, cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm keep in your lane. You know what I mean? Do what you do.
I love that, man. That's cool. That's funny. Well, listen, I really appreciate, and I want to shout out to all of you guys, the audience, La Cocina community, La Cocina community, all of you people that have responded and gave us your responses on what you think should not be done in the industry. There was one that I really want to touch on real quick, and it's provoking your audience or your fan base. And what I meant by this was, you know, I can't not bring up the topic. So Safaree, right? So this guy Safaree, rapper based upon what again? Love and hip hop, really, mostly, right? It's pretty outside of him being the former lover of Nicki Minaj. There really isn't that much credibility to give there. Is there really much more of an intro needed? Not really.
I mean, it's written in the wood, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
Stone.
Well, listen, Safaree went out,
That
as
track
some
is
of you
pretty
may
cool.
know. He did a performance over in Dykeman, and it didn't go well, man. It really went really left real quick. He was being booed while he was trying to perform. And
People throwing bottles.
yeah, and
was
he
after
didn't
the
he didn't
fact,
take
though.
the booing well. Oh, that was after the fact.
Yeah.
I kind of saw no, but he was definitely getting booed
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
prior.
yeah, but
but
then
the bottles and stuff happened after the fact when
After he went
when
completely left. That's a good
well,
way to
he
put
went
it.
completely left and announced to the crowd that he has dealt with. I'm going to say this in a more
PG.
And a
PG
paraphrase.
version, that he's dealt with females that the audience only dreamed of dealing with, which I'm guessing, i.e., is Nicki Minaj and Dream Doll and whoever else he was messing with on Love and Hip Hop. First of all, my brother,
Dream is
listen.
a strong word.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, you haven't established a fan base yet to be doing this. And even when you do, you still shouldn't be doing it. Your objective was to win over that crowd. I don't necessarily know how insulting your audience was going to do that for you, and I really hope that your manager checked you on that. But just in case, and if you happen to stumble across this video, I'm telling you, my brother, cut the shenanigans, man. Don't be out here insulting your audience. Don't be out here telling them what you can and can't do. That's foolish, man. It's foolish.
Dykeman. Have you ever been to Dykeman, bro?
Listen,
Like-
I heard that Dykeman is like the Dominican version of City Island for Puerto Ricans. That's what I read in a meme. That's what somebody was saying. Is that true?
Oh Lord, I never thought about it that way.
That's what I read in a meme. But you know,
Dykeman's way more fun though.
yeah. I mean, listen, I haven't been. I couldn't tell you, but
Nutcrackers.
no, I know about the Nutcrackers, fam. We know all about that. But you know, look, man, Safaree, clean it up, man. Clean it up. It's a mess. It's a mess that you're doing. So now that we got all that out of the way, all those trending topics out of the way, let's really kick it and talk to our boy here, Win,
You're,
from the Bronx.
you don't know.
You don't know, Trinidad and
Yes.
Jamaican.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We got a bit of an island flavor here. But you know what? And shout outs to your album that's available on all streaming
Wolf in Sheep's
platforms.
Clothing,
Wolf
yeah.
in Sheep's Clothing.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit how you got started in music. You know, for those who don't know your backstory.
First time I heard DMX's "Dark and Hell Is Hot," I was about like a long time ago, and I heard that, and I was like, "Yep, this is what I want to do." I just started writing, but my writing was like real, not what I write about now. All I had as a muse was DMX, so you can only imagine how many pit bulls I had, how many AK-47s I was shooting and stuff. It was crazy. And then I heard Mos Def, Black on Both Sides.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, I could do this. So ever since then, it's just been like poetry and just straight writing. And I just fell in love with hip hop, like
That's awesome.
on some like Brown Sugar. Like I legit like mad love affair. She broke up with me a couple times. I dumped her a couple times. We always keep coming back to each other. So
That's how you know it's meant to be.
yeah,
Yes.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward, how did we end up putting this project together? Is this your first project, by the way?
No, this is like I would say this is my first official project.
Okay.
The other ones were like mixtapes, stuff that I put. There was original pieces in there, but there was no theme. It was just basically lyricism. You know what I mean? So it was just a whole bunch of Olympic hurdles and whatnot with the words. But this one was the first time I put like a theme together, and I really put a lot of myself. And that's one of the things as an artist I've had to develop, is taking that wall down and kind of being vulnerable.
Right.
Because literally, there's like, all right, so if I didn't have Mos Def, I wouldn't have a way of how to do what I do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at this point, I'm thinking, there's somebody out there that's listening to the music now and being like, you know, I could do my thing to it, but I don't know what that is yet. And all they have is what they see. Maybe if I do something, that might spark something in their head and start that next thing. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at that like as a responsibility. You know, and the way this project started, it was just going to be like a small EP. And then I got introduced to this producer. He sent me a couple beats, going back and forth. Then we went from a 4-track EP to a 9-track album. You know what I mean? Within 3 months, finished it, and just.
So it was the producer's fault.
It's the producer's fault. Damn producer. You know what I mean?
It was the producer.
Damn you, Ronan.
Yeah. Where is he from again?
Vancouver.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the homie. He actually pulled up the other day.
Yo, he's nice.
He's
nice.
Boy's a problem. We're actually working on something real crazy for next year. That's for next year, though. We're going to concentrate on Wolf and Sheep's Clothing. But I'm just super excited about it.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
It's like, it's different.
I'm going to tell you what I liked mostly about you, and I liked about your music, is the fact that you have messages. Like you're audible. Like you're actually able to be digested and dissected with your lyricism. I'm able to see, okay, homeboy has a story. This is his story. He's from the Bronx. He's hustling. He's doing this. He's trying to, make his name known. But you do it in a way that's authentic, like we've been talking about. Like I got everything that I felt like I was supposed to get out of the album from not knowing you from a can of paint. I felt that I got.
I appreciate that.
It's
real. Like it's like Broke Boy. That's real.
I love
that was hot. Can we play it on your phone? We're gonna do something ghetto because apparently it wasn't connecting the Bluetooth to the speaker to the phone, but we got it here. We're just gonna play it on the mic. So while she's Broke Boy. I like this. Hopefully y'all can hear that. We can raise it up a little bit on the mic. Here we go. Oh. Try not to slam the table because apparently the camera angles is messing up. But this is Broke Boy, y'all.
That's my dominoes.
Yeah, I know. You was practicing for your capicu. I got you. Broke Boy. I like that.
This is more therapeutic for me. When I wrote that, I didn't think people were gonna like it.
I love it.
I liked what he was talking about, though. I love the fact, and the detail of the song in which he talks about that the only thing that's really fresh is his sneakers, and it's like, yo, how many people in the hood we know like that? You know what I mean? That look tore up from the ankles up, but from the ankles down, they fly. You can't tell them nothing.
Easy pickings on top, Foot Locker on the bottom.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. All right, we can cut that. We just give him a little bit. We don't want to give him too much because y'all got to go and cop this for yourself. Wolf and Sheep's Clothing. It's everywhere. On iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on what else? Help me out.
Tidal, Amazon Music.
Wow.
Shazam, YouTube.
You got the whole streaming platforms on lock.
Everything. No excuses.
That's awesome, man. So listen, let's talk about, actually, did I upload it? Yes, I did. We're going to play one of your videos right now, your performance video. Hang on. Let's preview this. Make sure we good. Okay. Let's go live.
He's from the Bronx. We all are Bronx. He goes by the name of Quick, guys. Engine, now look time. On the New York transit line. If my train goes up, strap, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, up, pick it 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 up.
I see my shit insane, but I flow with a mission. Everybody think they got the flow that I'm giving. I'm done with the talk and start the show, nigga. I'm hitting them with acts and slow in the mission. Step out of pocket, then you end up with the fade. Oh Lord, I see what it is. I already got a handle on your fate. Stepped up in the ring when I think about the stakes. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck. Don't press your luck.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it's the homie.
That's awesome. Listen, so we actually had a question here on the live. I wasn't able to see it. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. My apologies. We're a little behind on the live video here. But, Jimmy from Queens said to never underestimate the haters, never let your guard down. It doesn't matter where you live. Oh my gosh, somebody was asking about who the lady on the right was. We're going to skip over that. Shout outs to Tori Indeed, though, from Vibe to Vibe Radio, who was here and who was helping us with the audio. Big shout outs to her. She's Vibe to Vibe Radio. I know that she is live tomorrow. She'll plug herself in because I don't know what time you're on live, Tori. Help me out so we can plug you up. But, yeah, we had Trini in the house. Shout out Sonia with Gray. She was tuning in, and she wanted to know who your favorite soca artist is. Soca.
I listen to, you know what it is? I grew up, I don't like calling him my stepdad, but it's my father is Trinidadian, and he put me onto a lot of reggae. So I grew up listening to a lot of reggae, soca and calypso, but I never asked names of songs.
Right.
So I was just always just like, it's my favorite tune. You know what I mean? But I would never know. But I think Destra, if I did, because it's just everyone knows Destra. So.
All right. Fair enough, fam. Fair enough. So.
Yeah, but I'm more reggae than like roots reggae and like early dance hall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The new stuff right now, I'm not from vibing too much with it.
I hear you. I hear you. So listen, real quick, let's tune everybody back in again, because I don't know, some people pop in at like 7:30, like on the late, but it's no love lost at all. I'm so happy that you're here to join us. Welcome to La Cocina Podcast. This has been episode 9. I'm your girl, Danny Ray, here. I have my homegirl with me filling in for Katana is Adriana Rivera. And then I have further down is rapper Win from the Bronx. No year ever goes unanswered. You know that, right?
Yo.
That's New Eurekan. What?
100% facts. I said it in the street the other day. Somebody was trying to get somebody's attention. I was trying to help. Like, yeah. The person turned around immediately. It's just how it goes around here. You know what I'm saying? But easy way to get got, Takashi. Just so you know.
Oh Lord, listen, if y'all missed out on our trending topics, y'all gonna have to rewind this back or wait until tomorrow until we upload it on YouTube. Speaking of which, guys, can y'all do us a favor? Because we need to get to at least 100 subscribers on YouTube. Yes. At least 100 subscribers so that we can customize our URL channel. That way it'll be easier for you to find us. So if you can do us the favor of going to YouTube, typing in La Cocina Podcast and subscribing as soon as possible, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Don't let us down.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing too. You can follow us at La Cocina Podcast on Instagram, okay? At La Cocina Podcast. You can also follow us at La Cocina Podcast on Facebook, but you're already here. Now you just have to have more friends tune in. And what else? What else we have? Oh yeah, you gotta follow Win. You gotta follow Win.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can check me on the gram, WIN._, or check the site from the Bronx.win, not .com.
Yeah.
.win.
.win.
You already know. Yeah.
Okay. So give that to me one more time. What's your website again?
From the Bronx.win.
From the Bronx.win.
All spelled
I like
out.
That.
All spelled out.
You know what I gotta say too? Shout outs to your hometown track that's on the album Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. I really was feeling that song. Can we bring that up real quick?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I want to listen to that real quick because he actually shouted out parts of the Bronx in your hook, man. I was like, yo, this dude is cool. I
travel around and people always ask me like, oh, where you from? And my thing is I never say New York. I'm from the Bronx, but a lot of people don't really know where that is. So that kind of. It bothers me because it's like y'all all have a hip hop song somewhere in your iPod and you don't know what the Bronx is. That don't make no sense to me.
How do they not know where the birth of hip hop?
How? Said with guys. Come on now.
This is Hometown by Win. Listen, if y'all feeling what you're hearing, I'm gonna need you to comment below. Comment below. Give us some likes. Give us some hearts.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
For the greater good.
The greater good.
So this is Hometown by Wolf. No, Sorry, let's try that one more time. You see, it's a live show.
Kind of a wolf. Yeah,
you are a wolf. Yeah, no, this is Hometown by Win. This is his album, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
You don't know.
You don't know. All right, we can lower that now. We gotta let the people go on and hear it for themselves. I don't get too much. That's it. Just a little ching now, you know what I'm saying? And your fiance is Dominican, right? So you know all about this slang. Shout out to your fiance, man.
Hey, baby.
Hey. That's dope, man. Okay, so listen, let's get back into you and your music and your stuff. So what's next for you, bro? Like, what are you looking to do with? What's your end game? I guess you should say.
I like to reach for what they say, reach for the stars and maybe you land on the moon, right?
Right.
So I want my own book in hip hop. I want, when this is all said and done, whenever that is, you know what I'm saying? People gonna look back, and it's not even like a gloating thing.
Right.
I don't want no monuments. I don't want no statues, nothing like that. But I want it to be so when you speak of hip hop, my name has to come up. You know what I mean? This is my life. This is the only thing I've like put 100% into. You know what I mean? Nice. And I'm very meticulous about this.
I gotta say, and this is no testament to. I mean, this is no disrespect to this gentleman here, but I've never met him a day in my life. And I listened to the entire album, and I told him even before we got on air. There's little aspects and things and bits about you that kind of feed me J. Cole vibes. It's a lot of within your production as well, but it's also in just your lyricism and how you deliver certain messages. It just reminded me of that. But that being said, I don't want to influence your answer, but who else would you say you drew influences from for this particular project?
For this project, Nas and Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a lot of storytelling. I find that's something I enjoy doing. That's something not like no snitch or nothing like that. But I see myself as a reporter because a lot of people don't know what's going on. A lot of people have a lot of opinions of the life we're living and where we're coming from, and they never step foot on the block. They don't understand how people are hungry right now. People are people don't got books to read no more.
Yes.
Bronx don't have a bookstore. They closed the last bookstore to open a department store. You know what I mean? There's things that people need to know, and they don't know, but they're still coming up with their own opinions about what should be done about things, and it's not fair. It's not right.
You just brought tears to my eyes for no apparent reason at all. Something about you saying that was the last bookstore in the Bronx kind of killed me.
I mean, we used to go there to hang out. Like, you know what I mean? You would read a book.
I'm about to pull a Wendy Williams, need Q-tips right now. Hold on, fam.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, it's
get
okay.
that.
It's okay.
But
this goes to attest to the authenticity of your music, because if this is true and this is what you're saying and this is what you're putting out there, then people do need to know this.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and it's cool. I haven't really met an artist as of yet that feels a personal obligation the way that you do. Like, you're literally taking it upon yourself to discuss these issues, and that to me is noble, it's honorable, and it is very much commendable.
I just want to make sure my foundation is solid, because I'm going somewhere with this. And when I get to where I need to go, even for me, because it's something I got to keep reminding myself, because I'm only human. I don't know what the other side of the fence has. I don't know what kind of tests are going to be waiting there for me, so I just want to make sure. Did his camera go out?
Can we make sure? I'm sorry.
No problem. I just want to make sure that
okay,
whenever I'm doing whatever I'm doing, when I get there, that I make sure I'm saying the right stuff. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I stay true. Because if I could affect something and really help my where I come from, you know, and make it better, then hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's my block. I still, like, I'm always there. You know what I mean? That's, like, where I come from. The Bronx is very important to me, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. That's awesome, though. Yeah. I really, it's crazy, because sometimes, you know, you have a podcast, you book guests, and you don't always know what you're going to get, you know, truth be told, you know, and it's nothing, it's no offense to any of the other guests that I've had on the show. I love you all, but it's so cool and it's so refreshing to have an artist who you barely know and yet give you so much insight and give you so much, you know, just food for thought. I can appreciate a very thought-provoking artist, somebody who's going to make me think, somebody who's going to make me, you know, sit back and analyze the world in which I'm living in, and I appreciate that. So I think it's cool.
Long-term game.
Yeah.
Long-term.
Yeah, I think it's cool. You have any questions for me, Adriana?
In this particular project that you have, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, what would you say is probably your favorite song that you look back and you listen to and you're like, yeah, I did that?
It's between 3 songs, honestly, because of the subject matter. Securing Your Thought, because that song, the inspiration for that song was what inspired this album.
Right. Yeah.
Because the whole concept of the album is like, I'm sick of being in the room with people that don't care and they're only here because they saw it on TV and it looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the schemes and the scams is going on with all these promoters that are just taking money and pushing the artists that they want to push, and then they're selling these people pipe dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so much wasted talent, so much wasted procedure. You know, so it's something I got put into a while back, and this one situation really frustrated me, and I just decided to make an album about it. You know what I mean? So it was what it was. And then Malcolm Little, because that one was really like.
That was deep.
Yeah, because it's something like I had to admit to myself. Like you go through, like I have broke boys talking about me being broke, but why am I broke? You know what I mean? There's certain things I'm taking responsibility. There's certain things that wasn't taught to me, and I never took the time to find out, and now I'm in the position that I'm at. So now that I know that, what's my next step? What am I gonna do about that situation?
And it's relatable too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody around me is in the same situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how are we gonna help? Are we gonna help each other or be crabs in the bucket? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Happy Days. That's because, that's just me speaking about all the people that I've lost in this journey. And I've never really got to put anything down on paper before. You know what I mean? So it was just like me kind of like having that moment to say what I wanted to say. It's just like, I'm sorry. There was times that things could have been more important, and I kind of made the reality of what I thought was reality more important. But it's part of growing up. I mean, you take people for granted. That's what, like, I've experienced loss at a very young age. So, like, I now understand from that, like, everyone is here for a moment. They're gone. You kind of have to take everything you've learned from that person, add that to yourself, and then let their memory live through you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it was.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. I like you. I like your vibe. I like your.
For sure.
I like your spirit, man. I think
energy.
Can we talk about where the name Win came from? Because I feel like I know now after speaking to you. But where did it come from prior to that?
It's a shortening of my name.
Is it?
Yeah, my government. So, like, it was just, I had a whole bunch of other names before, like, Hannibal and stupid things here and there. And then one of my peoples, though, from growing up, she always calls me that.
Yeah.
Yo, Win. And after, I was just like, and I started to realize, no matter what, in the workplace and whatever situation, no matter black, white, Hispanic, whatever, people always just end up calling me Win anyway. So I just, copyright, trademark.
So you don't never lose.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't never lose. That's cool, man.
Speaking it into existence with his own name.
The words are powerful.
Yes.
Words are so powerful, and people don't know. Like, I understand, because I've been there, and I'm there currently. I'm only human, and I sit there like, oh, woe is me, and I always be like, oh, man, this sucks. My life sucks. But you're saying that. So when you say it, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if it's not at the moment real, speaking to it, things are good. Things are good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm only human.
And here's the thing. You never know. See, I'm always a big firm believer of not complaining to people simply because, number one, you don't know your audience. Mm-hmm. And that goes in both ways in terms of maybe they don't wish you as well, or maybe they do wish you well. But, there's always that 50% chance. And you don't know what they're going through. God forbid they're going through much worse than you. How stupid do you look?
Very.
Talking about your petty problems. You know what I'm saying?
People always ask me, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. No complaints.
But I think that's a New York and tri-state thing. It's like, how you doing? How you doing? I'm good. That's it. And you leave it at that.
Nobody cares.
80% of the world doesn't care, and 20% are glad that it happened.
You know what I'm saying? When the only person I really, and even still then, is my mama. She's like, how you doing, baby? I'm good. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh,
they're the only ones that can,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
My sister don't care.
Absolutely. Listen, shout outs to Cali, because we got Cali tuning in the building. We had Mr. Graham, man. He's
Graham
he's Debbie. I don't want to butcher his first name. Davian. Is it Davian? I think it's Davian.
I think so too.
I'm pretty sure it's Davian, my homeboy over there in Cali.
Shout out to Cali. Cali's popping.
Yeah, he said he loves your work, man.
Oh,
You definitely walking out of here with some fans tonight.
Appreciate
That's for
you.
sure.
Thank you.
Definitely
going to Cali soon. 100%.
Shout outs to Jimmy again. He said, "Win up." Jimmy from Astoria, Queens. You guys are practically neighbors.
Oh yeah, Astoria, Queens is popping. Cherry Valley.
Shout outs to Queens. Shout outs to my madrina who's tuning in right now, Maria. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody tuning in on the live. Again, this is La Cocina Podcast, episode 9, How to Win with rapper Win and good friend Adriana Rivera. Hey. So, all right. So another question for you is, I noticed that, you kind of took that same route with like other artists such as J. Cole with the no features. Mm-hmm. What's up with that? You know, nobody's worthy of being on your
Nah, it's not even that. Yo, you know what it is? I don't know if it's the Gemini. I don't want to blame it on silly things like that, but I like to.
Silly.
Silly. Yeah,
no, just go ahead.
I don't know. I work how I work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like this project, I picked up one day and said, I'm doing this, right? So I got the beats. My thing is kind of like, if we're not in the same area while this is going down,
Right.
I'm kind of not slowing the car down for nobody. If you happen to be at the stop when I pull over to the red light, get in the car, and then, you know what I mean? So like, I'm working on features as I go right now with artists and stuff like that, but I don't like to rush those type of things. You know, I have no problem with meeting somebody and building a relationship over a year. And after that, then let's go in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get better work that way versus just me rush. Some people you just meet them and you're like, oh nah, I gotta, you know what I mean? I
Instant
have that, yeah, you know
click.
what I mean? I know those people. I can read it off of their
Is
work
there
ethic.
someone like further, like way further along in the industry that you're like really looking forward to possibly one day do a collaboration with?
Oh, that list is like
Super long.
Oh my god! Like I can just go over like Doro Imoy. I think Theophilus London. That would be crazy. Kanye, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. Look. Dude's a human being and he makes good music.
Yeah.
Leave it for that.
That's it.
Don't go to him for like opinions. How should I vote? No, don't do that.
Talent.
Yeah, his life
artistry
is different than how we living down here. Like he's
Absolutely.
seeing things on a daily basis that we can't even fathom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't go to homie for any kind of daily
Life advice?
Life advice. No, absolutely not. No. It's the music. You know what I mean? Like 808s and Heartbreaks got me through some stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Graduation got me through stuff.
Dark
You know what
Twisted
I mean?
Fantasy got me through
You know
stuff.
what I mean? It's just like Lupe. Like I've interacted with Lupe and it wasn't the best. But like
really?
But like Food and Liquor and the Cool, like can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, but there's definitely a list of artists. But like even them, like I still don't mind just the building of that relationship because it might not work. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I would love to do a song with Travis Scott. Maybe we won't like link the same way. Maybe we're not vibrating on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just hit or miss. There's
I didn't see very much trap. I didn't hear very much trap influences on this project. I mean, I heard some, but nothing like
but
like new generation stuff.
it's
Is
not-
that
it's
done
a-
purposefully?
No, I go by whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I
Okay.
could jump around. I could do whatever. Like I'm big into EDM. I love EDM. and
Really?
dubstep, so like I could dance around that type of stuff. It's just this project was for this. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to do trap. There's enough trap out there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'll do a trap record or whatever when it comes. But it has to be like organic, right? So it has to come from me how I would do it.
Right.
I gotta make this peanut butter and jelly sandwich how I want to make it. You know what I mean? Not just.
Maybe it might be the jelly first. It might be the peanut butter second.
You know,
Maybe the other way.
I usually get the squeezable jelly.
You know
so
what I'm
I
saying?
do the jelly first.
Okay.
No, I do the peanut butter first, and then I go with the jelly because I could just, you know what I mean?
Listen, whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
it's your world. We just live in it.
Vice versa.
I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff though, for real. I've
will.
been bumping your album for, since
How
I
soon?
heard about it.
How
Well,
soon?
in the next month, we're working on the video for Broke Boy and Engine Number 9 right now. So that's going to be out within the next
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's gonna
I'm
be-
looking forward
Engine
to
number
that.
9. Can we talk about that real quick?
Heck yeah.
Go
What
ahead.
the heck happened on that track?
Alright,
And it
so-
was like beautiful. It was like two sounds just colliding.
It was awesome. Shout out to my boy Scorch Infinity. This crazy producer from the Bronx. that song I had even before I even met V. I had that song for a minute.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know what to do with it. So I would just go to different spots and like perform it, and that was it. But the first time I heard that beat, dude played it for me. I'm just looking at him like, all right, so somebody got this already? He's like, nah, I play it for people. They don't really want to do nothing with it. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, yo, man, like, what you gonna do with this, man? You know, like, and
borrow that real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Worked it out, went to the studio, recorded it. I think that's the first track I ever did with the engineer that I started working with at the time, that I worked with for this project. And it wasn't even supposed to be on this project, but I had 8 tracks, and it was the last track, and people liked it. And it was engine number 9, so I ended up making it the 9th track.
I like it.
Yeah. So
I like it. I
makes
appreciate
sense.
that it's there.
Yeah.
The production is super, super like,
the boys.
it's like eccentric, but it's like your flow on top of it. I was like, oh wow, this is crazy. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even know. At first, I was almost kind of squinting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was squinting. I'm like, is this gonna work?
I mean, because it's a very intimidating beat. You know what I mean? Like,
and I can see why a lot of people didn't straight away from that.
But that excites me. I don't get fearful. I'll hear a beat and be like, nah, I'm not fit. Like I've been sitting on this beat for about a year. Not this much, but like, just something different. And I just heard it the other day, and I had like a hook memorized in my phone somewhere, and I played it with the beat. I'm like, yo, this would be dope. You know what I mean? So I've had this beat for a year, not knowing what to do with it. Now I'm like, oh, this is gonna be some crazy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's just I don't rush into any of this stuff. You know what I mean? But like, I heard that, I was like, nah. If I don't, there's somebody out there. You know what I mean? That's gonna take this and do something with it. I'm like, nah, that's me.
It has to be.
It has to be me.
Listen, God bless you for having that type of discernment, because I really do believe in that record. That sample is crazy. Yeah. The production is insane. Yeah. But the way you came about and the way you tackled the track, I was like, wow. Y'all need, listen, wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm going to say it one more time. Wolf in sheep's clothing.
You not listening to that already? Like,
you know what I'm saying? You don't know.
Get on it.
Listen.
Bad man thing. Come on, no.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing is I love. Let me tell you, I love people that had the island flavors. Trini, shout out to Trini, shout out to Jamaica, shout out to the Virgin Islands, all of y'all Caribbean. Oh my
it
God.
Pops out a lot of my music, and I swear I don't force it. It's just, there be sometimes I'll be thinking, what could I do with this, and then like the island flavor kind of pops out on it.
I like it though, man. It like works for me.
It's a big inspiration. It just comes from I grew up weekends. You wake up in the morning and somebody's cooking to some good music or cleaning, or you go on like the Saturday morning excursion to Brooklyn or wherever, you go and driving around the Santa Third, and there's always some Gregory Isaacs or Barrington Levy. I just crossed like 3 names in one, but
it's okay.
Barris Hammond, there we go.
It's okay.
Barris Hammond is the truth.
We understand.
With the F. The truth.
Well, if you can believe it, it's 3 minutes to 8 o'clock. You
Lies.
see how fast how fast I tell these people this hour goes by real fast.
Especially when you're having fun.
Did you have fun when?
I had a lot of fun.
Did you guys have fun? Like the video right now if you had fun. If you had fun watching my man win. And of course us, we're just here.
Please,
no, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
If anything.
Yeah, no, but listen, I've had a blast. I do want to take this time to remind all of y'all. Hang on, let me pull myself back up on the situation. Shout outs to me today. Hey. Shout outs to me for holding it down here on the, I wanted to take Win out, but that's okay. I'll share the screen with you. Yes. Shout outs to me for getting this right, the switcher by myself today. Shout outs to Paco for not being here. I love you, and I hope to see you next week. Shout outs to Adriana Rivera, who subbed in for Katana, who will be back next week for our final episode number 10 next week. So you guys don't want to miss it. I want to take this time to also remind y'all to, I want to take this time to remind you guys to also follow La Cocina Podcast on Instagram.
On YouTube. Get on that.
You know what I'm saying? We need your help, guys. We need your help. Here. See, this is what we're aspiring to do right here. The YouTube La Cocina Podcast, we want to reserve that. We can't until we have 100 subscribers. So I need all of you guys to go on YouTube. Type in La Cocina Podcast. Go and subscribe. We need your help. Familia, help us out, mi gente. So, again, YouTube on... Hang on, we're also going to shout you out, Adri, but hang on. I'm getting trigger happy with this thing now. We're just doing all types of stuff. Don't forget to follow me. I didn't get to use my lower third too much, but that's it. I am Danny Ray. Come follow me. Follow the movement. See what we got cooking in the kitchen every Sunday, except next Sunday is going to be our last Sunday. Yeah. Well, we're going to be back.
The see you later Sunday.
The see you later. I like you, Win.
You can't put a period.
I like
commas,
that.
Commas.
Yes. The see you later. The see you later Sunday. So again,
use that.
I like it. I might use it. All right. So, and again, let's throw this up there. Follow us on Facebook too. Don't forget. Don't forget to come through every Sunday. Every Sunday. No matter what all the other podcasts tell you, you need to be here on Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in. Thank you to all of you who have shown love. I appreciate y'all. This is episode 9, La Cocina Podcast, How to Win with everybody. Here we're all back now. Win in the first window.
I don't know.
Yes, and then I'm in the second, and then Adriana. Yeah. There we go. All right, guys, we're signing off. Later.